Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to cut the cake.
A 4 tip, and I have all different kinds of tips so that I can demonstrate the different sizes of tips. But if you want your polka dots to all be the same, you'll want your tips to all be the same, because the larger the tip, the larger your polka dot's going to be. And this is an 8. This is a 12 in purple. I have for my leaves, and I'm going to also do some green polka dots because I always think they look cute with purple and pink. I have a 4, and this is for the wings of a bee that I'm going to make, and that is a leaf tip, which is a tip number 352. You can see that. And then I have a very small tip on my black, because my black is just going to be used for my little bee I'm going to make. And get started, I'm going to put a few of my pink polka dots on here, and all you have to do is squeeze until you get a nice circle. You dip your offset spatula in a little bit of water, and you'll want to tap it off because you don't want to get a ton of water. Now see this? You want to make sure and keep your spatula clean, and it takes a little bit of practice. And it's very light motion. You just want to go back and forth. Anyway, to get you started, and I'm going to make one here. I'm going to have all different colors of polka dots, so I want to kind of just put these on random. And I like to make my colors be kind of all the same size. You know, so all my pink polka dots will be the same size. And again, you're going to want to get your little spatula wet, and I just kind of bounce it a little bit on my rag just to take off the excess water. Anyway, it does take a little bit of practice to be able to know how much water you need and how lightly you need to press. And I mean, my first one of these kind of cakes took quite a while, not as long as a fondant cake, where you have to make the fondant and you have to cut out all of the polka dots and then stick them on your cake. But it did take some time. Anyway, I'll just continue to do these. And I'll speed up the camera. Just have to have a real light kind of a upward or downward. You want to get some of the water on there first to kind of make it so it's slick. I think I got all my pink polka dots done. And now if you got a little bit of water that's dripping down here, you can use your spatula to get it off, or a lot of times I'll use a paper towel, just a little corner of a paper towel, and stop the drip. Okay, now we'll do a purple polka dot. Now this one is going to be a bigger polka dot because I have a bigger tip. And it really depends on how much icing you put on here too. I'm going to cover up the flaw here. That's a good thing about decorating your cakes, as opposed to, say, wedding cakes, where you just have okay, I think that's probably enough. Maybe one right in the, well, you're going to want to write happy birthday on there, so you wouldn't want to leave a little area of your cake so where you can write happy birthday. And see, I just Put a little bit on there first, and then I smooth it out. And if one side starts to get kind of oblong, then you'll just want to come over and stretch out the rest of it. And you can make these as flat as you want, actually. It just takes a little more time working with it. So see, I was doing this, going sideways across it, and it started getting long, so then I just started going up and down on it instead, like this. Okay, so there's all my, whoops, that one needs to be kind of fixed a little bit still. Ah, see the drips? I just have to take my paper towel and mop it up a tad. Alright, so now I'm going to put little green dots. You always want to step back and look and see how you're doing. The green ones I have more because they're smaller. And if you want to, practice for a while, practice on top of a cake, because that's like a sheet cake or something, because they're a lot easier to do these polka dots on the top than they are the sides. Sides are harder to do because of gravity. And to me, these are just much faster than using fondant or gumpaste, and they're about 1,000 times tastier with just buttercream and not that. So now I'm going to change my tip, and I think I will make, actually I'm going to first do my bottom border because I want to end that tip that I already have on there. And I'm just going to do a pearl border is what it's called, I guess, but it doesn't really look like pearls like you would have with fondant. And it's just a squeeze, pull, and then you want to kind of pull it out far. And you don't want them right on top of each other, but yeah. I'm going to bring it over here so I can see it better. Okay, and the bottom border in there. Now make a 5-petal daisy. And so you just squeeze, and you just bring it to a tip. Squeeze, bring it to a tip. Squeeze, bring it to the center. Okay, now I'm going to make two smaller daisies, and I like to go next to the bigger flower that I've done so that I don't end up to where I'm running into that flower and I don't have enough room to make a petal. So I want this one here. Okay, and now with my yellow, I'm going to put my center. And of course you're going to want to smooth these out. Make them polka dots. And instead of a leaf tip, I'm just going to use, because it is a modern design, I'm just going to use this. And then you just kind of do the same thing you did with the petals and pull it out. Here are some pictures of the final project. Let me know what you think and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.